Well, a cultural fusion brand based in Belfast is offering a unique experience that blends South African Indian spices, food, and creativity. Boy, it got me excited just reading that. And the woman behind Concepta Studio is an Elevating Voices honoree.
That's right. Concepta Jones is here with us right now to tell us more about her brand. Good morning. Thank you for joining us.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
We're very excited about this. We were just talking during the commercial break how much we love this type of food.
Man, especially when we're talking curry.
Yes.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit more. Could you start by telling us about your heritage and how that inspired this?
Yes. So I'm actually fourth generation Indian in South Africa. So these blends and my curry traces back to my great-great-grandparents coming from India to South Africa to work on the sugarcane plantations. So eventually they ran out of what they came with, spice-wise, so they improvised, and there was born this bold, flavorful curry that's very unique to South Africa, which is Durban curry. So I've always cooked these curries in the U.S. for friends and family, and they always encourage me, you got to bring it bigger and bolder to Maine. And here I am with all of these Durban spice blends and curries.
Wow.
Yes.
Taste-wise, every time I cook Indian food or I go out to eat, I just order curry. I'm like, Durban, I've never even heard of that. How would I know the difference between curry and Durban curry?
Right. So the biggest difference with Durban curry compared to traditional curry is we don't use coconut milk and yogurt. The spice profile is a little different, and then the method in which we cook it is also a little different. What I hear from people is there's a really good balance with flavor and the heat. You're not just overwhelmed with heat and you can't really taste the curry. Whereas with this, you're actually getting to enjoy these beautiful, bold, earthy curries, spices.
So this is something you just grew up eating. So you're like, this is normal. And then
home.
Your friends were like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Like, were you surprised by that reaction?
Yes, definitely. I just figured, you know, everyone knows Indian food, everyone knows curry, but no, this is what I grew up with. This is my home recipes that I grew up cooking with my mom or with my aunts and my cousin. And that's just normal. It's just normal for us.
And what inspired you to do this?
The big thing was everyone kept saying, you got to do something with this food. And I was like, well, I'm not quite ready for a restaurant or a food truck. So I thought, let's bring the authentic spices so home cooks like you and I can recreate Durban curry in their own homes.
All right, let's talk about some of the products that you brought here and how you make it easy for people to kind of figure out how to make a recipe with these.
Right. So my blends are, well, it takes the guesswork out of having you buy all of the bajillion spices. So
that's helpful. That's very helpful.
So you get the blend, the whole spices, and then my recipe is on the back of the pouch. So it's all just a ready-made kit for you to recreate my 3 signature curries, which is chicken curry, mixed vegetable curry, and minced beef curry. And then my spice rubs would be, let's just say you don't want to cook a full meal, but you want to spice up your tacos a little bit. Let's spice it up on Taco Tuesdays.
Yes.
And then, and then you can, like, you know, spice up your grilled vegetables, all those types of things, or your seafood.
This is the best thing ever.
I know.
You give us everything all in one bag, and the recipe's on the back.
Yeah.
Yes.
How much have you seen your brand grow since you started this? And how long has it been around?
Oh, geez, just over a year, and it has been crazy. So I'm in stores right now. I've just started, I started doing like just retail shows, like food festivals, that type of thing. But I've started wholesale, so I'm in a few stores, like some co-ops, some couple of stores in Portland. And then when I started serving the hot foods, that's when everything just skyrocketed. So I'm at the United Farmers Market in Belfast serving hot foods there. And then I just did a guest chef, hosted a guest chef dinner at one of our local restaurants, and that was insane. Everyone was totally enjoying this full cultural experience, which is what I want to give. We're more than just food. And I want people to experience, like, you know, celebrate the heritage, celebrate these cultural bridges in Maine, that there's, you know, there's diversity, there's culture, there's history, all of it.
How validating is it to see the reaction from people, for example, at the dinner you just had, you know, seeing them be served the meal, try it, and then, you know, love it?
Yeah, it feels so good to know that people are actually learning and enjoying this culture and this history and this heritage. A lot of people don't even know that, oh my gosh, there's Indians in South Africa. I'm like, yes, we're like one of the oldest populations outside of India that's, you know, in South Africa. And there's this rich culture and history that's there. And identity is such a huge thing because, you know, being multicultural, multi-ethnic, and people are just embracing that, especially here in Maine, which is a beautiful thing.
I think that's so important because when I was a kid, I didn't even know Indian food existed. I would just go out for hamburgers or whatever, and now maybe a steak. And now it's like you find Indian restaurants, like there's several in Portland or all around the area. And I mean, talk about that, how just you can go eat just about anything now.
Yes. Isn't that amazing, though, that it is just growing and people are becoming more hungry for culture and for different, for fusion foods and you know, just different ethnic foods. And I think it's growing beyond the food as well. People are so, let's see, they just want to know more and learn more and embrace it some more, and which is what makes Concepta Studio so much more different than just it's more than foods. You know, it's just multifaceted. You know, cultural experiences, cooking classes. So people are just embracing it all. It's, you know, it's going beyond the food, which is so great. It's fostering that sense of community here in Maine.
Yeah, and you're making it so accessible, which is great. I mean, I don't know, have you made curry from scratch before?
Not from scratch,
right?
No.
Like that's a little daunting, but I feel now like, okay, I'm comfortable, you know, doing that and making it at home, which is great.
And that's the idea.
That's the idea. So where can people find out more about your business and your products?
ConceptaStudio.com. All of it's there. All of the experiences, the classes, the events that I will be at and hosting. It's all on there.
Yeah. Like sometimes when I cook, I just need someone to hold my hand with stuff like. See, and that's what you're doing with these right here.
Recipes right on the back.
Right there.
Right. Perfect. And then the classes are amazing.
Perfect.
That would be fun.
I can't mess it up.
Oh, congratulations. This is a really wonderful business, and thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks for taking the drive from Belfast, too.
It was lovely.
Oh, good. Good to hear. All right.